create a recording. Alright, so Zach, here we go. God damn, that is entirely too fucking loud. Okay. So, when we're choosing cards, these sort of things, attack and hit point, 20% buff for all of your Strelets. Definitely want that card. This is also a good one because it gives them another 10 bonus when you get to that level. And this one is really amazing because this one transforms all of your Strelets into Musketeers. So that's like a good buff. That's a really good card too. That's a pretty good one. Team Cavalry, or All Cavalry, is a good one. These are the buff cards. These are the cards that you want down here. You're going to see these, the buff cards that are going to give you buffs to your troops. Those are the ones that you want. Over here, you're going to want the cheaper mills. You want the factory. Absolutely got to have the factories. They're just instant resource buffs. I always like doing the advanced improvements. The train units faster cards are really good. The advanced arsenal is really good, and you're going to have to unlock a couple of tiers to get to it. This is also a good one. Your blockhouses increase their hit points because those are also your towers. As a Russian, you don't get standalone outposts and then barracks. They're one combined. They're a combined building. So that's a good one to have. And then, you know, the manufacturing plant stuff, being able to harvest resources faster are other good things to have. I don't really focus too much on the harbor. Some people do. So what we're going to do is we're going to wipe all this shit out of the way. So first and foremost, we want our buff bonuses. Our fort, our team. That's actually really good. You should definitely have that, especially when you're playing with us, because this one will be the nice card buff. We'll give all of our outposts and all of our barracks for your, not just for you, but for your team. We'll give buffs for all that. Definitely want this, your factory, the research, the team hunted berries and animals faster. That's amazing. The wood buff, amazing. And then, so that's only 10 cards. So now we can stack in some of these extra ones. Get a bunch of Strelets shipped. And then the rest can just be infantry if you want to reship infantry. I'm not going to put them in there. I'm just going to leave those just for now. Okay. Let's play. I'm just going to do a quick. I'll do a 40 minutes. No handicap. It's hard. That should be fine. Fast game speeds. Okay, so I'm going to run you through your first play. Okay, so right off the bat, if you want to remap your hotkeys, I would recommend doing that. Let's see. Move all military units, Alt-Y, delete selected unit. Attack move is Z. Okay, so idle explorer. I'm going to put that to a thumb button. Idle villager. I'll put that to a thumb button. So this guy needs to be out looking for treasures immediately. As soon as you get to your town center, as soon as you can queue villagers, you need to queue villagers. Oh, found a treasure up here. Hold shift. and he'll do actions back to back. So after he shoots, you can hold shift to auto and then collect the treasure. Grab idle villagers, put them on food immediately. And actually, I'm going to remap those because I'm just so used to them being there. Food, and then one person can come over here and build you a house, so you can just keep your shit mapped up so you can build more people. Put that bitch on wood. Now we can just bop out 2 more units. Let's queue up 2. You always want to have units coming through. First things first, hunted berries, resources. Resources are your first cards. Shift, collect that treasure, so he'll collect that automatically when he's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and put 2 on this and 1 more on wood. And I'm going to queue up 1 more time. You always want to have your queue full. Your queue is always full all the time. It's very important to have your villager queue full. And if you get to the point to where you want to be able to stack up enough food to research the next age behind your villager queue. Like your villager queue is always first and foremost. Stacking up villagers behind it is the next thing that you want to do. Or stacking up the age, I'm sorry, the age behind it. And then you want to get, after 1 house, get a market. Again, resource cards. Resource cards go first. See how we have enough to advance now? So you put 1 guy on gold, 1 guy on wood, and keep on food. And so now these are buffs for your resource gathering. Having this early allows you to just expedites gathering resources. And then look, see, as soon as you're advancing, you've got enough food. Go ahead and queue another 1 or 2 people, however many you can, after the fact. And constantly be using whatever you map your hotkeys to. Swap between these. Constantly be clicking these buttons to find idle villagers, because you constantly want to find idle villagers. That's a constant button you're going to be looking for. Who's not doing something at any given point in time. Now you know you need more houses to sustain, so go ahead and research that. Get more villagers. As soon as you can get this house done, more villagers. Put these 2 on wood, because we're going to start using a lot of wood, because there's going to be a lot of buildings coming out. Idle villagers. Boom. Next things. Team. Team cards are usually good to throw out first. Let's get him going on another house. Let's get some stuff to research to keep your resource research going. Spam villagers. You're just spamming villagers. Spamming villagers is like the #1 thing that you need to be doing at all times during the early stages of this. Then get your monastery up, because that's going to give you your other researchable things. Spam more villagers. This button, that hotkey, unbusy villagers, is the single most important hotkey that you can have going. That and your explorer. Being able to just snap back and forth to those 2 people just expedites everything. I'm going to do the blimp. Actually, I'm going to do the increased explorer hit points so I can gather more treasures and fight more guardians. Now this right here is a huge buff. It gives you a bunch of experience so you can pop out shipments. So after you get your economy moving, you want to focus on getting, once your economy's started and you're doing pretty good, just like now, you've got constant resources coming in. What you want to do is you want to start focusing. You want to get a little more wood production going right off the bat, because you're going to need to build a lot. But after you get some wood production going, you're going to want to keep the focus back into your primary 2 resources, which are always, almost always in every civilization, is going to be gold and food. Again, villager queue. This needs to be going 24/7. Always research. Always be looking to research your stuff right out of the gate. Villager queue. Constant villager queue. Grab these 2. Explore the map. We're going to go bonus research. We're going to pump out. We need more gold. So the next few sets of villagers are going to go find gold because we want to get those bonus shipments. And see how there's no banner up here? That banner will pop up when you have an idle villager come through. I'll show you. As soon as these villagers spawn, you'll hear the audio cue, of course. The audio will pop through. And also, I have my settings. The show additional information, I have the cues right down here. You can see them right below my camera. So see how that popped up? You can also click on that. If you're not used to the hotkey, you can click on that and it'll take you to wherever the idle villagers are. Constant villager queue. Got enough to send this. This is constant. Once you get enough gold to advance, you can always advance. Oh, whoops, I guess I didn't send that yet. Dang it, I accidentally built one. See, I should have had those guys on berries until I got that sent, because it would have saved me 200 wood. It's not the worst in the long run. However, just optimizing your early game is super important. And see how you have enough to research the next age now with resources? Go ahead, queue it up. And then that way, you research, and then bam, you got another set of villagers coming right after that. These guys are constantly, don't forget about your explorer, constantly explore. See how the idle villager popped up? That's how I knew to click that hotkey, because I saw that banner pop up there. Once that banner pops up, you're going for it. And you can tell that those guys were on food because they were grouped up in a circle. They were grouped up, they were huddled up, so they were gathering from a single herded unit. And you can also see down here. And you can click down here on these resources. When you click that little number, it'll take you to a random food gatherer around the map. If you want to retask, like, oh shit, I got 23 on this. I don't need 23 on that. Let me grab 3 of you and put you on fucking wood. You can click on that and it'll take you right to it. Constantly exploring. And see, we're on fast game speed, but we're almost halfway through the treaty at this point. So this is the point where you want to build a few more houses and then start getting your barracks and your stuff ready. And then finishing out your economy. If you take these guys, whenever you double click to select units, hold shift, click 1, and you see how it put a banner up here? It auto groups those. So anytime I click 1 now, I can grab that exact unit. I'm gonna research this, research that, research that, research. Constant villager queue. I don't have any more room for settlers, so I need to spam out houses real quick. Go ahead and just spam out all of the houses that you can build. And these 2 guys, I'll put them on gold, because I'm trying to build evenly. The bonus, troop bonus comes next. Hit points. Hit point bonus is always super crucial. I'm running out of gold mines, so these guys are going to get put on a plantation. Once you start running low on the natural resources, that's when you need to be looking. And see how I can see there's only 11 on food? These guys are grouped up. They were on food probably, but there's only 2 piles left. I can only see 2 piles of animals left, so I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on a mill. Idle villagers. They were on a coin mine. You can see the outline where the coin mine was. So I'm going to come up here and put them on this coin mine. Here's my explorer. Make sure he's constantly looking for stuff. We're at 55. That'll put us at 58 and 61 villagers. 61 is a decent decent number of villagers to have, especially with the Russians, because you're going to want a lot of troops, because your troops are weaker, and so you want to be able to just spam as many of them as you can. And 60 villagers is also the ideal number, because then you have 20 on each resource, and that's always super good to have. So you also want to put a blacksmith in here so you can research technologies. But then these are your forts. So I'm going to put these close to the edge down here for the end of the treaty. And I'm going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need that many. I need 5. And then I'll use the other ones near the edge of my wall as towers. Alright, so we got 61, so we're maxed out. This guy, put him near a trade post that I'm going to build on. Let's get our fort ready. All these technologies research for your troops. And then basically this guy can be tasked to wood or food. I'm going to put him on wood. And there's too many people on gold, so I'm going to go ahead and make another mill. And there's 24, so I need... There, now there's 20. My fort is going to go down here, but I'm going to keep it right here for when the treaty ends. I'm going to shift, grab these cavalry, and I want to add them to group 1. I'm going to shift, click 1, and it's going to add them to that group automatically. I'm going to set them down here. And then you're just basically optimized. You still got 15 minutes left on the treaty. Research this. Go ahead and go to the next age. Use your technologies as best you can. If you need to create more military buildings, 5 of those. Let's do like 3 foundries whenever I get a little more wood. But that way, and what I always like to do, double click those, hold shift, double click these, double click those, hold shift the whole time, and then shift, add those to 9 or 0 somewhere else on the keyboard. And that way, whenever you want to grab your buildings, you click 9 and you can grab all of your buildings to queue up, put all those people here. And then if you click one time, when you have all of your buildings selected, if you click once, every single building does a spawn. Every single building will spawn 1 brick. And that's how you mass build. And then, of course, just be constantly researching stuff. And we're going to put you 3 need to be on wood. And we're going to put these guys down here. Shift number 1 and number 1. Shift that. There. So we got 1 whole group. Factory. Factory is super critical. Build 1 more foundry. Oh shit. No. Not a blockhouse. I'm sorry. A foundry. Artillery foundry. And then a saloon. Factory is here. Put your factory back here. It will auto produce resources. Always be looking to upgrade and research items. Right now I need wood, so I'm going to put it on wood for now because I can always change it back here in a little bit once I run out of something else. Gold miners, gold miners, gold miners. Really? You 3 need to be on, looks like food. Hi, baby. Hi. What you doing? Yeah. I'm making a tutorial video for Chode to show him how to optimize his build in Age of Empires so that he is efficient. And then 9 minutes left on the treaty. You've got 2 full armies ready to go, just like that. And then all you need to do is keep a villager nearby. You can grab a woodcutter from nearby, get ready to build the walls, build the extra blockhouses, and make fortifications with everyone. And then you have everything queued up and ready to just grab and create at whatever troop you want. They're hotkeyed. You can right click out here and they'll all spawn to a certain spot. And that's it. You're flowing. As soon as you run out of natural resources, like I said again, create just another one of those. And see, now I'm good on wood. I don't need to build any more buildings. I'm going to switch this back to gold. And then after I sent all my shipment cards, I will advance to the Imperial Age, because that will allow me to send all these cards specifically, again, a second time. But then that's it. That's how you do it. That's the whole video. Now we're just maintaining resources. When we go to the Imperial Age, we'll research this stuff, and then just fighting. That's how you group units. You can click and drag, and then click Shift plus a button, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever number you want to group it to, and then keep your idle villager. Will also select idle forts and factories that need to be built, and then of course your explorer. And after the beginning part of the game, after you've collected all the treasures and built all the outposts that you can, your explorer kind of just sits idle and doesn't do anything, but that's fine. Always keep a lookout for that icon to pop up, because that's the idle villagers, and you'll see them. These gold miners, put them on that. Alright, that's it.